Good morning everyone. This is Mohammed, and in this video I'm going to solve the second task of week 75. By the way, it's Saturday morning London time, 6:30. We put 20 minutes to 7 to be exactly. So so let's see what is the second task for week 75. Okay, so the task is largest rectangle histogram. So you are given an array of positive numbers in at A. Write a script to find the largest rectangle histogram created by the given array. And there is a bonus task as well. Try to print the histogram like this if the list is this. In this case we got two examples, so we can carry on. There are many ways you can solve this problem, but just looking at this, my initial instinct was I'm going to start picking one index at a time and then I'll see what are the possible rectangle I can make, irrespective of whether it's the largest or not. So for example, if I'm at the index 0 or the pointer where the value is 2, so I'm going to go to the left to this index and go to the right and see how far I can go left or right, left and right if possible. So in this case, if I'm at number 2, there is no way I can go to the left, but I can go to the right, and in either direction I go, as long as it's greater than my current height. So at this point my current height is 2, so I won't go any further to the left, but I'll try to go to the right. But again, to my right, the first row column is 1, which is less than my current height, so I'll just stop there, so I won't do anything and I just return. And then similarly, when I'm pointed here to my right, the height is 2, so that's how far I can go. So this is my leftmost index, and I see how far I can go to the right. So this is greater than my current, so I can move on and see if I can go any further to my right. This is also greater than, this height is greater than my current, this is also greater than my current, this is also. So in case of number 1, I can go only one position to my left, and I can go up to 4 positions to my right. So that's what, and then I can decide. So once I get the left and right position, so and then I decide the value of all that index and find out the minimum of all the 4. So that will give, so it will give me, for example, if I'm here, I get 2 as the height of my leftmost, and the rightmost index is this. So if I take the minimum of 2, 1, 4, 5, 3, 7 is 1. That's my possible rectangle when I'm at this place. Similarly, if I'm here, I can't go any further to the left because none of them, the immediate next to my left is 1, which is not greater than my current height, so I won't go any further to the left. But on the right I can go only one place, which is number 5. So for pointer at 4, I can only create, I only have 2 in values, 4 and 5. The minimum for 5 is 4. So for point 4, the height is 4 and the place is 2. So it's going to be 4 times 2 is 8, and so on and so forth. So that's how I'm thinking I'm going to solve it. And I'll try to come up with a subroutine which can print this as much as similar to the task. So let's solve the problem. Usual stuff. So user in Perl restrict these ones, and the only value I accept from the command line is the list of number for the histogram. So let's call it list. I'm going to take the first example as my default value, which is this value, 214537. So first thing first, I'm gonna come up with my subroutine to print the histogram. So let's call it chart. Before we can do that, I'm gonna create a method prepare which will take this string and convert that into a list of arrayref of the list. Arrayref. So here's my string, convert that into arrayref. So what we're going to do is going to say first get rid of any space, search as global, and then just to be sure, let's do only when it is defined. So this, and then split by comma. So list split list. So that's it. Way. So now let's do the chart. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say print chart, and which will, I'm going to pass the list returned by the list prepare method. So the first parameter, the only parameter to this chart method is going to be the arrayref, not a string list. Okay, so how are we supposed to do? So first of all thing first, find out the maximum value in this list, and for that I'm going to use good old list util cpan module list util qw max. So max is going to be max of at dollar list. This will give me the maximum value. And I'm going to create a array placeholder for this chart. So this one, and so what else I'm going to do? So let's do for each one dot max. So basically the plan is I am going to generate a chart in the opposite direction. So start with the first row, it says number 1, and you say going to print this line. Then number 2 like this, and this. Then I'm going to reverse it when I'm going to print. So it will print the other way around, because it's easier if I start from bottom to top. So for this I'm going to start with the row 1. So like this, I'm going to call the each line as in my data, which start with empty. I'm going to start with for each my dollar I start with a 0 dot dollar hash dollar list. So every index in the list, and if dollar row is dollar row is greater than less than or equal to my index value list dollar I, then my dollar data is going to be to space hash. That's the character. Else it's going to go empty space, and that's it for my inner for loop. And after my second inner for loop, I'm going to just move on to my next row, row plus 1, and when I'm done, I'm going to push that line to my chart. So it's going to be add dollar chart, going to be okay. So in my chart is going to be my line number, which is %d, and then my percentage. So line number is my this, and the data is going to be this. So that's done. So that will give me all the rows in my histogram. Now time to reverse this chart. So I'm going to place a holder and create a histogram. And so what this is gonna be, this is gonna be joined by new line, and I'm gonna reverse it. So reverse and dollar chart. So everything that we got is going to be the upside down. So we get a nice chart. So that's histogram, and my line is going to be the line which the dash 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 thingy. So it's going to be this, and then dollar line is going to be this 4 0 dash dash dollar hash dollar list +1. The reason why I'm going +1 is this, because an extra dash. We don't want to just have this many dash, but we have to have an extra dash. That's why we're going +1. So that's it. And what else? And then finally print the value of this height. So that's gonna be, let's call it size, is gonna be just join by space or the list. And then when you have all this thing, I'm gonna then join everything by new line. Return join slash n first histogram, and then line followed by the size value. So that's my chart. So let's see if I get the chart right. Yeah. Species to where's this? Line number 32. Da da da. $O. Where did I put $O? So it's not $O, it's $I. $I. Yeah. And where is dollar chart? Now it's come to number 33. Dollar chart. This is not G, is if. Okay. Looks okay, but except that dash thing is not looking okay. You can figure out what's going on with the dash. Okay. I have to give an extra space between them. How about now? Better. And I have to give an extra space to the number as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give an extra space here, and then I'm going to do size dot this or yeah, and then I'm going to say and then leave it. So this should be still, or I need extra space, one more, so give one more space there. That give me perfect. So just tidying up, I'm going to just, when I call this method, print a new line, nice and clean, perfect. So the printing of chart is done. So now let's go back to the actual problem. So now we're going to do is try to solve the problem. So let's call it the method sub largest rectangle histogram. And again, this method is going to expect an array length, not a string. And we need to create a value for maximum height that I'm interested in. So we're going to start with 0. And that's done for each my size value in the list. And placeholder for my left and right index, how far I am going. So start with initialize with 0, 0. Then I'm going to create a method which will tell me, find me how far I'm going to need to go left. So and let's create another variable which shows my current index, so which is 0 initially. So say this is my current index, and tell me how far I can go left in this list. If I is greater than 0, because if you are 0, you're not going any further to the left. Whereas in case of $right, which is how far I can go right, I'm going to create another method called $right, giving the current index and the list. Again, you only go right if you are less than the maximum size. So if you are less than or equal to remember $list, it doesn't give you the size is 1 less than the actual size. So now once we know how far left we can go and right, then I can calculate all the heights from this left to right index. So it's going to be my at heights is going to be, I'm doing array slicing, so I'm going to do at $list dollar current index minus that means that's my left index, and right is gonna be $I plus dollar right. So that's my all possible index. Then I need to figure out the size of the rectangle formed by these indexes. So I'm going to find out the minimum of at EIGHTS heights times total number of column, which is going to be at EIGHTS. That's my size. And my max is going to be dollar size if and only if dollar size is greater than max. Yep. And similarly, I'm going to move on to my next column. Once I'm done all, I'm going to return the whatever the max is, dollar max. Now let's quickly do the go left and go right method. So go left. So what we are passing the current index, which is I, and passing the list. So for that, let's find out the current value, the given index. So list $I. This is my current value, and we're gonna do while so if we're talking about left, we can only go left and up to 0.0. Yeah, so I'm going to say while I is let's say call it J. So while J is while this I is greater than 0, then only I'm going any further to the left. So do minus minus, and then saying you come out of this loop if the list of dollar I is less than dollar C, current value C, and then you move the pointer saying this is my return value. It's gonna be, and then once you see how many times you have managed to go left, that's my return value. So that's my go left, and go right is going to be exactly similar. So I'll just copy paste and make one byte change. So it's going to be in go. So go right is going to be exactly the same. I, current index and list is my two parameters. Get the current value while, but this time it's going to be right. For right it has to be less than, not 0 but less than dollar list, and this time I'm gonna go up by 1, and exactly the same condition, j and j is what I'm gonna return, and that's what should give me the value. So I'm gonna call this one, and let's call it, say, print largest rectangle histogram rectangle histogram passing the list. Okay, so in this case I don't want to call prepare twice, so let's convert that into a list for only once. In this case I'll just pass $list, and also can use the same $list here. $list, and then this new line. I should. Let's see how many tacos I've got here now. Name. What did I call max? Oh, I need both, sorry. So I'll have min and max. So largest rectangle histogram is going to be 12. Let's test the code by giving the second example, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this time I'm going to call with parameter this. It's going to be 15. Is that the expected result? Yes, 15 is the expected result. Okay, and histogram looks okay, not bad. So that's it. It was fun doing this task. I try to be as much modular as possible. Looks nice. So nice and clean interface. Method. I could have done this in one method. Go right, go left. But having some separate method makes it more clean. So I can play around individually. Chart, give and take, I can still make further improvement, but not interested. It does the job, so that's it. Okay, so I'll wind up for this video. So thank you for watching this video, and if you have any suggestion, please do comment on the video at the bottom, and if you like the video, please click the like button, and don't forget to follow my channel. The more people follow, the more reason I get to do regular videos. Thank you for watching. Bye.